I'm David.
And I'm Lyndi.
I just want to thank you for taking the time to watch our video.
David and I met when I was attending a Bible school in Wyoming, and he was dating a good friend of mine, and we would go down to his house in Fort Collins to visit and get out of windy Wyoming. And they broke up, and Dave and I just stayed really good friends, and through that we just grew a really great relationship.
So we dated for about 3 months, and at that point I knew that Lyndi was the one for me and the one I wanted to spend the rest of my life with. So I proposed to her, and we got married 4 months later, and here we are, almost 10 years later, still living happily married and loving life. I am a registered professional engineer and have been practicing engineering for the last 7 years.
And while David was going to college at CSU, I decided that I wanted to be a hairstylist at the time. School was right down the road from our house, and so I started that, and I've been a hairstylist for almost 10 years now. Right around our 7-year anniversary, we found out we were pregnant with our daughter Elise, and she just turned 3 in April, and she is our very spirited, strong-willed, pushes every boundary that we thought we could ever have as parents.
Woohoo!
She has the best blonde hair, blue eyes, the most outgoing, friendly little girl that we've ever been around.
I am what I would call an avid outdoorsman. I love hunting, fishing, skiing, snowboarding. We have a boat that we love to take out. We spend a week at Lake Powell every summer.
I am very extroverted, so anything to do with girlfriend time and talking is very important to me. I'm very involved with our church's mom group, so I believe very strongly in relationships and encouraging other women and other moms. My family is ecstatic about adoption. My parents adopted my younger sister. So it's this really close to heart thing.
From a very early point in our relationship, Lyndi and I knew that we wanted to someday adopt. We actually went on a mission trip together when we were just dating to Africa for a month, where we lived in an orphanage.
My job is very flexible as a hairstylist, so I plan on taking between 6 and 12 weeks off when the baby comes home, and then going back to work just a couple days a week, about 4 hours a day.
My job allows me to also be very flexible. I typically work from 6 to about 4:30 in the afternoon because I love coming home and having good quality family time with Lyndi and Elise. Lyndi is one of the most kind, compassionate, loving people I have ever met. She has shown unconditional love in more ways than I can speak of, and to see her over the last 3 years blossom into this amazing mom that puts Elise first in everything she does.
If I were to describe Dave, if he can fix it, he'll get it done. If he can't fix it, he'll look up a video and he'll figure it out. So he is very project and list oriented.
We're actually very lucky to have a lot of my family living very close to us. My dad's side of the family lives in the same town as us. We see them once or twice a week right now. We had the pleasure of designing and building our own house. We actually custom designed it to allow Lyndi's grandmother to live with us on the other side of the garage. And when we built the house, we did build in a few extra bedrooms just to have plenty of room for entertaining family or guests, and hopefully someday more children. We live in a really nice neighborhood. It's super quiet, it's super safe. It's actually mostly older people right now. We are the youngest family on the block, and everybody has been super welcoming and just a great place to live.
I have a pretty big garden outside that Elise loves to come and help me with, and something that I really enjoy is being able to provide for our family in a way that is just fresh. And then we have a pretty big place outside that while we're working outside, Elise typically is playing on, and sandbox and slides and swings and all of that. So my dreams for this little baby would be that he or she would know the unconditional love that one, Christ has given us to be able to give to this child, but also the joy that life can have, that there's so much to explore in this world, whether it's through relationships or through the outdoors, through family, through friends, through their own story, that no matter how big or how small this child's story will be, that it's worth sharing and it's worth talking about, and that their value is so much greater than the clothes that they wear, or the house they live in, or the city that they live in, or the family that they have. We know this is going to be a very difficult decision. There's lots of videos to be watched and profiles to go through, but we ultimately have been praying for you. That's our biggest thing, is just knowing that the decision that you make is something that will affect you the rest of your life, and it's a decision that will affect us the rest of our lives. And we're excited to go on this journey with you. And this is just a small glimpse of who we are as a couple and who we are as a family, and who our daughter is. And we're excited to get to meet you and spend time with you and get to know you as well.